Prime Video has just dropped the movie Totally Killer, a 2023 genre-bending mashup of horror, slasher, sci-fi, time travel, comedy, et al. Is this film any good? Let's find out. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yes, Totally Killer. This is a 15 rated 1 hour and 46 minute 2023 slasher, horror, comedy, time travel movie. Much in the vein of Happy Death Day and Freaky, the body swap horror comedy starring Vince Vaughn. This film kind of came out of nowhere, but yet I've sat down and I've watched it. The film comes as directed by Nahnatchka Khan and written by David Matalon, Sasha Perry Raver and Jen D'Angelo. And the film's main star is Kiernan Shipka, who plays Jamie Hughes. Now Kiernan Shipka, primarily known for the new Sabrina TV series. Here she is on full display. Not in that sense, so get your minds out of the gutter, as Jamie Hughes, a high school teenage girl living in a small town that some 35 years ago was home to a serial killer that killed three girls with 16 stabbings apiece, called the Sweet 16 Killer, and her mum, played by Julie Brown, best known for her role in Modern Family as the mother in that. She was best friends with these three girls that were murdered, only she managed to escape it. The killer, 35 years ago, done these three killings and then vanished, and the town is living with the knowledge that this occurred, that this killer was never caught, etc. Much in the vein of Halloween and how those films go. And what happens in this film, I won't go into detail too much, but basically the young girl, through certain events, gets to travel back in time to the year 1987, where her mum is now young, her dad is now young. They're all at school just before these killings happen. And she has to figure out who the killer is, stop these people from being killed. Only things go awry, the killings still occur, but things start happening differently because of the cause and effect nature of time travel and this sort of thing, all culminating in a standoff between her and this killer, and her trying to get back to her own time, and she only has a limited amount of time in which to do this, while interacting with her own mother, while interacting with these friends of her mother, and basically everyone that she knows in the future, adults and now teens, all that sort of thing. So is this film any good? I was a bit dubious at first because you know, I was rolling my eyes at certain bits. The sort of time travel element is so easily done, shall we say. It's kind of like, it's not a scientist that's doing it or anything like this. No, it's essentially just normal people that have invented this time travel machine out of a photo booth. But this is a ludicrous film. It really is a ludicrous film, but it has fun with it. It certainly does. Like I said, in the same vein as Happy Death Day and Freaky, this film sits up there with those as an enjoyable, nonsensical piece of fun. It plays hard and loose with the time travel formula, with the time travel trope. You know, it has a lot of nods to other films. It name drops movies. It's not ashamed of doing that. It knows what it is. It knows it's a riff on Halloween and things like this, and it drops that into it. This is a film that knows exactly what it is. It knows that it is nonsense, but it has fun with it. All the cast are very enjoyable. You know, there's a lot of, you know, when you look at 1980s, there's not really a great deal of difference between then and now. You know, it ain't like the clothes have adapted too much or changed too much, apart from shell suits and things like this. It's not like when you compare the 70s to the 60s or the 60s to the 50s, this sort of a thing. Very similar. But what it does play on is the sort of the changes in society that have occurred, what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, and this sort of a thing. The film hosts quite a decent cast of young talent, but most of which I do not know. It's more the adult cast that I know. Beyond Kiernan Shipka as Jamie Hughes, just Julie Brown as her mother, Pam Miller. You have Lachlan Monroe, who I think I last saw in, if I'm not mistaken, he was an FBI agent in Peacemaker. I know him. And Randall Park plays a part as well. Now, Randall Park's always good, but he's only got a minor role. He pops up every now and then as a sheriff in the past. His daughter is the sheriff in the future, and all this sort of a thing. Basically, it's a fun genre mashup of horror, slasher, time travel, and it's not going to set the world alight, but for its 1 hour and 46-minute runtime, it's a very, very fun movie. Stupid, yes. Nonsensical, yes. Plays loose and fast with the genres that it's riffing on, yes. Fun, big yes.